plenty of time. You only need to work half days and sleep half days. Good morning. Field day is coming up. It's next weekend. I'm not going to read off the slides. You guys can probably read faster than I can speak. Anyway, setup's going to start about 8:30, 9:30 on Saturday. I'll be there at 8:30. We're going to start operating at 1, so hopefully we can get everything set up by then. Does anybody in here that's going to come to field day not know where the School of Science and Math is? No hands. Good. Thank Dr. Underwood for that. This will be his last year helping us with that. And we appreciate all your efforts in coordinating getting it done. We're going to be 3A with our section is Oklahoma. We'll be using the W5MEL call sign. Again, the mission of field day is to prove we can set up, operate, and tear down for emergency services or any other operations requirement. The various classes of field day that you'll hear people operate. We did have a Class X one year. I still recall that one. It was a guy was operating from the deck of a nuclear submarine. So they counted as experimental power. We will be Class A, which is non-club portable, meaning we'll be running off of a generator. We're doing some work on the generator. It'll be tested this week, is what I understand. And Jeff Dye will be there with his generator as the spare. Again, I'll read all the information here. Everything with an asterisk is pretty much given and decided already. The message handling one, we're going to try to handle a message. You get extra points if you do official message traffic. Dave and Dwayne, we're going to try a satellite QSO, but it depends on conditions and the availability of the satellites. We'll be downloading the bulletin on Friday, which is the day before. So that counts as extra points. Tom has sent packages out. As our official public information officer, he has requested an elected official come by, send him the packet with all the information in it, and we're going to have an agency rep there from what I understand. Okay. I'll submit all of our results online via the web, which gets us more points, and I'll post stuff to the Facebook page. Are you reading it?
I'll wait till you're done.
Okay. Take pictures. We can post that onto Facebook either before or after. Try not to catch a lot of people's faces if they're not real club members, because we may not have their permission to use their image on our Facebook posts. So, Terry will be our safety officer, and he'll be there all 24 hours. He'll be making the rounds, and if Terry sees something unsafe, please do what he says to fix the situation.
And we're going to have an AED, fire extinguisher, weather radio, security cameras, all kinds of stuff. And on the social media, I'm monitoring the paper, but I have not seen anything yet. Now that's Oklahoma City. I cannot speak for Del City or Midwest City, but nothing in the Oklahoma City paper yet.
Okay. We'll be using the N3FJP logging program again. If you don't have a copy, I'll have it on a thumb drive when I get there. It's free for the club to use. We have a paid license to use it for field day. If you don't know anything about the N3FJP software, call me. It's very easy to install, very easy to set up and use. I'll have a network there for everybody to log into so that all of our radios will be able to log real time and check for duplicate contacts. Also to be able to measure how well we're doing gaining all of our states and sections in foreign countries, etc. As Tom pointed out, 668 is the latest version. There were some changes in the sections in Canada, plus minor program tweaks to go between 6.7 and 6.8. Terry, you're still going to do the GATA station?
Yes.
Okay. They've changed the rules a little bit, so if you're bored and want to operate and the GATA station's empty, see Terry.
Particularly the CW guys, you can get on the phone. I don't have CW set up, so I can't help you with that. But if you're digital or CW, then you're eligible for the GATA station, as I understand.
Okay. Dave and Dwayne are going to be doing the VHF, the 6 meter, or UHF 6 meter, and then the VHF will be for talk-ins and things like that. Scoring, no changes there. Obviously ARRL prefers CW and digital. We're operating at 100 watts or less. I don't think anybody's bringing a radio that will do more than 100 watts. Are they using Perry's radio or Jeff's?
Right now, we're talking about bringing one of the old Kenwood TS480s because it doesn't seem to suffer from front end interference quite like the 7300 does.
Okay.
Probably going to have the 7300 as a backup.
Okay, both of those are 100 watt radios, so that shouldn't
Yes.
be an issue. I know Terry has a D model of a Yaesu that does 200 watts, so just, we need to let Perry know that if he's bringing the D.
Perry won't be bringing anything like that.
Okay. Maximum is 500 watts, so I don't think that we're going to have anything like that. Okay, here's our timeline. I say I'll be there about 8:30. Dr. Underwood will be there probably about the same time. To coordinate with he and I on entry and exits, we're going to have, the gate should be open during the daylight hours?
Gate should be open from 6-ish in the morning, 7 in the morning to 10 at night. They close it at 10 at night, but we can always go. I've got a key that'll open it. They have a second, I may be able to get a second key that can open it.
Okay.
The gate is actually at 10th and Styles if anyone needs to put it into their GPS, phone, whatever.
Okay. The building that we're going to be operating, we can talk about that in a minute. Anyway, the generator will be our primary source of power for the transceivers. Anything else that we have can be plugged in normal commercial power outlets, but the transceivers have to be on emergency power to count. We'll feed you. It won't be a lot, but it'll be filling. And that's whether you work or not, although we prefer that you work for your food kind of thing. 1 o'clock field day begins. We're having Jimmy John's, and more Jimmy John's, which is on another slide. So, coming down, read that, I won't. But we should be able to have everything gone and ready to leave the site before 2:30. Okay, if it goes like the past field days, we start tearing down between noon and 1, and then the last radio shuts off about 1, and then we're done. Then the rest of it's tear down, pack up, and leave. Please take care of the facilities that were there. Hello, Jeff. While we're there, because we're just visitors, and it's through their graciousness and goodwill and Dr. Underwood that we're able to operate there. So we need to leave it in better condition than we found it. So no trash, clean up, dress your chairs in, everything like that. Okay, Saturday morning we'll have coffee, Jimmy John's for lunch, Saturday dinner, Jimmy John's, Sunday snacking, Jimmy John's. If you don't like Jimmy John's or you have other dietary requirements, feel free to bring it. There's microwaves and cold water and refrigerators and things like that that will be available for our use. Don't leave anything in the equipment, please. Sunday, Mickey D's. Normally we do breakfast burritos. So, ice, snack, and soft drink machines are there at the student lounge. Bring 1s and 5s and change if you want to partake of what's in the vending machines. Do they have a change maker there?
No.
Okay.
Ones and quarters are what you need. I think the vending machine is, the Cokes is 1 1/4 or 150. I can't remember now.
Okay. We will have water, we will have ice, and you're bringing a couple of the water pumpkins?
Yeah.
Okay, it's supposed to be warm. The 10-day forecast says low 90s. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Don't wait until Saturday morning to start hydrating.
I did see Sunday 40% chance
I did.
coming in. I don't know when. but
Weather
we-
Underground showed me last night, we have a 40% chance starting about 6 a.m. Sunday morning.
Oh, okay. So hopefully no lightning.
Yeah, well, and hopefully no rain.
Yeah. Take stuff down in the rain. It's not fun, but
Yeah, but if you have electrical tape or that emergency silicone tape or plastic boxes for your connections, be sure to use it and bring it. You may not have to install it unless it looks more like rain. 40% chance means 40% of Oklahoma is going to get wet. May not be where we're at. So that's the weather outlook, but it will be warm. Whichever way it goes, it will be warm and humid. So participation, that's our big thing. I normally need a couple hours of sleep in the middle of the night, but I'll be there. You guys are doing the CW station, correct? Okay. Phone station will be Dr. Underwood. Digital station will be Mr. Webb. And the GATA station is Mr. Smith. So be ready to help and do things. What would you, rigidly flexible, is that the phrase you've used before?
Maintain rigid flexibility.
There you go, rigid flexibility. So I'll be running around a lot, hopefully with a plan and organization and talking to people and asking people to do things. So if you could help me out, volunteer to help, okay? That's pretty much it. The ARRL be radioactive, yeah, that's a good phrase. So no glowing in the dark, please. That means we're putting out too much power. Any questions about all the stuff I just blew through? Most of you guys are really old hands at this. You've been to several of them, helped out, you know what you're doing.
Do we have the internet to pull up Google Earth Maps, something to look at the aerial photo and kind of say, because I don't remember where phone station antenna was, where the generator, you know,
Yeah,
normally is at.
we can do that. We need to finish the slideshow, so it'll be,
Oh, okay,
there's more slides for the president to continue from here.
okay.
But yes, we can bring that up on the screen and talk about it. The Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics runs along 10th Street, and we're going to be in the building furthest east, closest to 10th. So as you're facing the facility looking north, it'll be in this right-hand side. There's a big empty area off to the east. There's a smaller empty area off to the west. And that's where that's our limits to set up. The south side of the building is all parking lot. That's where the generators are going to be.
Show them the sign,
I'm sorry?
the sign.
Oh, yes. Everybody should be able to see this. We'll have it up so visitors will be able to find out which building we're in and stuff like that very easily. Okay? Did I do a good job? Okay. With your sign. I can't spin it. Doesn't have a knob on the back. You have two signs. Okay. Any questions? Silence is acceptance, folks. Yes, Mr. Howell.
Generator will probably be in the driveway by the loading dock. So one of the other meetings I heard the CW guy's gonna be across the hall in another room, is that correct?
That was kind of the plan.
They're moving indoors, yes.
Bring extension cords, because we do not have enough extension cords to get from room to room.
How much are you thinking?
You're gonna need 100 feet. Maybe plus or minus. It'll probably have to go out the door of one room into the next room.
'Cause
I'm bringing it in through the, that's the only way to bring it in.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to bring it in.
The generator is going to be on the southeast side of the building, as Hal said, in the driveway next to the loading dock. That's the primary. I understand you're bringing your generator also, Jeff?
The backup, it's I'm bringing the trailer.
Okay.
I decided it's a lot easier to throw everything in it than the back of the pickup.
Okay, and we appreciate that, thank you. I won't bring mine then. Matt, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tired.
Okay. So that's, that'll help out a lot, and I won't bring my generator then.
Hey, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Lucian has I don't know how many pass-through pipes he has. I'm bringing a 3 and a 2 if they need to come in a different window.
Okay. Lucian's bringing a 4 and a 3 or a 5 and a 3.
Okay, I've got a 3 and a 2.
Bring them, please. Because I don't know if we're going to need them or not, and we can always run through another window. So we'll do
Go
what
to
we
the
can.
Dollar Tree and buy a couple of pool noodles.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Pool noodles.
You're bringing your Go Box? Okay. And I'll have my Go Box too. Also, I'll have a G5 RV and my vertical alpha antenna. So,
I'll bring an Invis at least for the Ghana station. That should get us 400 or 500 miles, which hopefully will be plenty,
okay, 20 meter, you're gonna operate on 20?
wherever the contacts are.
Okay.
Why
G-
are you doing only 300 or 400 miles?
It's an Invis.
Why?
No, that's the way Invis works.
Well, I know, but why are you using that antenna only?
Well, I can bring a 31-foot vertical.
Okay, and you're using what?
Offset fed,
Okay,
unless you bring your in-fed.
It's not too good, so.
Okay.
Stick with yours.
Offset fed,
okay, and how are you gonna hang it or elevate it?
military mast,
Okay,
probably lashed to the metal fence out south and west of the building
Okay.
or the trailer. I'd rather not do the trailer,
I understand.
because I'm gonna drive home at night. And I
Okay.
don't wanna unhook it necessarily during the day. This year, it's just for transport,
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, and I'll have my military mast there. I can get up to 40, 45 feet with mine, so we can hang something off of it. If somebody wants to use an antenna besides the G5 RV that I'll have, bring it, and we can put it on a pulley and mount it. Yes, sir.
Coax and bullets
Coax?
and double females.
Okay. I found when I was going through some stuff since Dad passed, I found a 100-foot section of OCAPA coax and a 50-foot section that I think is OCAPA's coax also. Bring barrels for connecting coax together.
Too much is never enough.
Yeah, bring lots of barrels. I'll have probably half a dozen, but you never know. how many.
Military, 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Yep. Any other questions or comments before I turn it back over to the person in charge? Yes,
All
sir.
the guy wires have to be marked. If you have your personal preference for marking your stuff, great. If not, I've got plenty of little flags and red tape,
Okay.
red streamers and stuff, but everything has to be marked, and anything's a trip hazard has to be lit at night.
Okay. I'll bring some rolls of vinyl tape, trail marking tape that we can use.
What about it? Do we have a roll of masking tape? Because if you're gonna run cords across the hall,
Gaffer tape. I have some gaffer tape that I'll
Okay.
bring. Gaffer tape is what AV guys use to stick stuff to carpet and floors that doesn't leave any residue. So, works really well. Kyle, you look a little concerned? Nope, you good? Okay. Anybody else? Concerns, questions, comments, suggestions? Do we have any positive suggestions? Okay, now before we relinquish it, I'm gonna turn it over to our public information person.
Okay, a couple of comments on some possible visitors to our field day. We've invited Miles Davidson, who's the county commissioner for District 1. Why Miles Davidson? A, his dad is a ham. B, his dad went through our tech course. C, his mom and dad attend Wickline, so we've got kind of a little bit of influence there. Whether he will be able to be there or not, don't know. We've also invited Les Wheeler, who is licensed ham. He's with the Oklahoma Office of Emergency Management. He came last year. I'm sure he'll come this year. We sent out a media package, and just last night, I got a heads up from Kyle. K4 has a brand new reporter, and this guy is out trolling for stories. He obviously wants to make a good impression on his bosses. So I immediately sent him a package, and hopefully he's hungry enough, he'll show up on Saturday and do a story on us.
Well, maybe some of those, they got the special interest, reporters.
Yeah.
Maybe you could contact those a
Well,
little,
as large a market as we are, we're way down.
well, I know.
Anyway,
But,
if
media
you
package.
see, if you see
Yeah.
people that look like visitors, approach them, introduce yourself. A, ask them to sign the visitor's log if they haven't already. If they're media or an official visitor, get hold of Steve or Sandy, and they can take charge of them, tour them around, and give them information. If you see young people show up, and that's quite likely with Les. Last year, he showed up with, I think, was it
Two kids.
two teenagers and his wife. So we sat her down, had her operate the Gata station, bonus points. Set the two kids down, operated the station, youth bonus points. So let's not take an opportunity to let bonus points slip by us. The other important thing is if we have media or official visitors, look busy.
Yeah, be sure if we have somebody, keep your eyes out while you're around for safety, because we're going to have cables and radios and operations and stuff going on. Two is we need to get the word out. So have them find me, come find Sandy, so we can talk to whoever visitors show up. You know, maybe we can get some new membership out of it. Maybe we can get some published stories out of it. It's all good. Mac, you had your hand up?
Yeah, Channel 9, there's a guy that does a thing, daily basis, called Something Good. You need to contact him.
Okay,
We've
and
sent
that goes for
packages
Jeff's
out
idea.
to 10 different media outlets, all of the major affiliates, including ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, OETA, several print media. So we're hoping we'll get something.
Well, what I was starting to say, media packets are good, but then, did you get this? Did you sign it to somebody? Can I talk to somebody? You know, hound them a little.
You don't want to hound the media. Absolutely not.
Jeff, also the fact that a lot of that depends on the assignment editor for that day, for that Saturday, also the news director.
Yeah, but
But,
it's a good idea to follow up with a phone call or another media packet, just in case. Because email is a forward and forget system.
But we hope to have some success with Kyle. Do you remember the young man's name?
I do not.
John something, brand new at K4. So hopefully we'll have some something there. But again, keep an eye out for visitors, engage them, introduce them to our club executives and our coordinator. Don't ignore them, and hopefully we can engage.
Would
some
you
efforts.
recommend everybody wear a call sign badge?
Where if you've got a call sign badge, an ARL appointment badge, membership badge, whatever, call sign shirt, that way,
Blinky light.
yeah, we'll tattoo it to your forehead. Some of us have more area to tattoo, but, you know, that's, I'll say the words, let's put on a good show.
Have fun, be safe. Those are the two big things.
Channel
Thank you.
9, Mike Glover, something good.
Okay, we can look into that one. Thank you.